This presentation includes forward-looking statements that are subject to risks and uncertainties. Actual results may differ materially as a result of various risk factors, including those described in the 10-Ks, 10-Qs, and 8-Ks VMware files with the SEC.
Good morning, good afternoon, America, Europe, our customers, our friends, our partners. This is a very, very exciting day for us at VMware. We've been working really hard at what is the next aspect of the evolution of what we believe the world is looking for, the digital enterprise. Everybody today is talking about the world going digital. And it's important in that landscape, we talk to you about where we are going in that great vision of enabling the digital enterprise. We have a lot of great stuff planned for you this morning, and we hope that you will get a fantastic fulfillment out of what you hear today from all of our executives. But first off, let's hear a message from our CEO, Pat Gelsinger.
Welcome to the VMware End User Computing Launch event. We're just delighted to have you join us for these important announcements. Thank you very much. I was a farm boy growing up, and this was a creek that went through the middle of our property. And it really, to me, is such an important picture of, we had to go back and forth across this environment, and clearly, we knew we had to get to the other side, but we also always had to be connected to today. And that's very much the challenge that IT and businesses are facing today. We have a whole set of investments on this side of the river, but you know that you must get to the other side of the river as well, from client server to mobile cloud, but we need to connect those two worlds together. And we need to be able to leverage our systems of record, but also these new applications and system engagement. How do we make those two worlds fit together? And that's what we do at VMware, that we uniquely were the company that helped transform your existing environment, but we're also building the core infrastructure for the new environment, and we're connecting the two together. We see this as an enormous shift for VMware as well. Our business, we were magic for the data center. That the software that we did, this virtualization layer, just transformed the capital requirements, the way applications were built and deployed, and the operational characteristics. Wow, we were so critical. But also we see that this environment is shifting for us as well. And our future is what we would call delivering that same virtual transformative software, but now for an expansive set of resources in the mobile cloud world. Because now what used to be a server has become a cloud. And what used to be a connected, secure PC is now this expansive set of mobile devices. And we are uniquely positioned to be that software layer that enables a secure, connected environment in this mobile cloud world. We enable businesses to transform, to lead the digital transformation in an expansive set of IT resource. That's our future. We've laid out a single architectural picture for how to accomplish that as well. It's built on the software-defined data center, a core set of software that's proven and hardened that virtualizes compute, network, and storage, and does so through a layer of management and automation software. It allows the data centers to be transformed from build your own to a complete set of hyper-converged infrastructure. That software-defined data center operates across a range of cloud environments. Your private cloud, maybe a set of managed cloud providers, and public clouds increasingly as well, all with common management and networking. And that works across any application. And this is so important for businesses. You've made enormous investment in your traditional applications. They're hard, they're important, they're integrated to your business environment, but you want to be able to operate them in conjunction with the new apps as well. And those new cloud-native applications, they need security, they need management, they need connectivity as well. But of course, any application must be delivered to any device. And that's today's PCs, of course, but increasingly all of these mobile devices that we've talked about, and increasingly smart and IoT devices as well. Any application to any device. But maybe finally, and most importantly, it's built on an architecture that enables intrinsic security. Security is so high on the list of things that every IT and every business is concerned about. And how do you do that in a fundamentally different way? That's what we're doing. We've built an architecture for security. It's not built in, it's not bolted on, it's architected in from its very foundation. This is what VMware does. One integrated architecture to solve the full breadth of infrastructure requirements that any business has for any device, any application, built on the common software-defined data center, one cloud architecture, a profound offering in the marketplace. Simply put, one cloud that enables any application onto any device. We allow you to run those applications. We allow you to manage those applications. That allows you to connect those applications, and maybe most importantly, secure those environments with intrinsic security that is architected in. Together, a comprehensive solution to uniquely meet your business requirements. With that, I'd like to turn it over to the team now who's going to give you the exciting news of our new products. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pat. And as you can hear from that eloquent vision, we are laser focused as a company at delivering that vision of one cloud, any application, any device, so you can run, manage, connect, and secure. And this transformation for every one of our customers as they deliver the applications into any device is really what we're going to be calling today the digital workspace. This is the birth of this big new vision that we think is going to transform the enterprise. The world is going digital. And the way in which we see this is just the number of processes that were in the past manual that have now become automated, or the number of things that were paper-driven that have now gone digital, whether it's in the pilot and the cockpits of planes, or whether it's the way in which healthcare is being done by hospitals, whether it's kids in the school systems today. The entire world is going digital. And it's our job in IT to be able to drive a big part of this digital transformation. What we've been doing in end-user computing is revolutionizing this through innovation. The innovation packed by our engineers and product folks and marketing folks and sales folks has been relentless. Every quarter, month after month, we've been packed at being able to do organic innovation like Horizon 6 about 2 years ago, Horizon Flex, inorganic innovation, whether it's acquisitions like Desktone or Cloud Volumes or Immediate, and the big acquisition of AirWatch, the biggest one VMware has done. In fact, the largest number of acquisitions VMware has done in the last 2 years has been in end-user computing. But we didn't stop there. We did a lot of partnerships, whether it's with companies like SAP or Salesforce or Oracle or Adobe or Verizon or AT&T. And we've continued that all the way into, at VMworld, announcing with Microsoft our effort to be able to enable Windows 10 in a whole new way. So the innovation has never stopped. In fact, one analyst said, we've been doing in the last 15 months what many of our competitors have been trying to do in years, sometimes 15 years. And we're really proud because product innovation is at the core of what VMware does better than anybody else. And as a result of this, all of you, our customers, have been able to take this innovation and digest this, deploy this at each of your sites. We today have 62,000 customers of end-user computing. We're on a run rate that's fabulous, but that's really a tribute to every one of our customers and partners participating with us in this phenomenal growth. We're growing 30% plus, one of the fastest growing businesses within VMware. And here's a good part of the reason we've been successful. We've been able to take verticals and make them enormously successful. Today, 2/3 of the Fortune 500, 2/3 of the Global 2000 are our customers. But they're in incredible verticals. 19 of the top 20 retailers now. We're the household name when you go to National Retail Federation. Many of the largest banks and the largest government agencies are taking away some of their older legacy solutions from mobile or other kinds of solutions and replacing them with us. Many of you in hospitals, these might be some of the biggest brands like Mayo Clinic or Johns Hopkins or Stanford University are betting with us. And we're really proud of every one of our customers in these industries as we've sought to make them enormously successful. We want the best businesses in the world to be VMware customers in end-user computing.
What is the digital workspace? It's a single environment for accessing any application or service across all our devices, wherever we happen to work. But the opportunities are even greater. The digital workspace is transforming entire industries, connecting us with information and each other in ways that were never before possible. Supporting new business initiatives, fostering new forms of interaction, streamlining operations, and finding new ways to collaborate on corporate-owned and personal devices, driving business forward. Consumer simple, enterprise secure. The digital workspace is here.
So you could see in that short video an example of the way in which we are driving this notion of a workspace. The workspace is actually something very simple. It's the space that you work. In fact, I went back and looked at who was the company that actually created this term. And ironically, VMware, when we acquired Propero, an acquisition we did, I think 2007, 2008, coined this term workspace. We've now evolved this into something where our vision has evolved quite a bit since that point in time. Simply put, we've been talking about people now working at the speed of life, so that wherever you are, any place, any time, you can get the combination of these two things coming together. Consumer simplicity combined with enterprise security. The line of business people want simplicity. The IT folks want security. The line of business people want choice. The IT people want control. When we can bring these two together, you get magic, and that's what we're trying to drive in the digital workspace. So as we go forward, whether it's a desktop, whether it's a laptop, whether it's a tablet, whether it's a phone, whether it's a Tesla, or a vending machine, we want to, in essence, be able to deliver this vision of any application to any device. Whether you've got users or applications or devices, you need to bring this together now so that it could be a Windows application, it could be a web application, it could be a mobile application. It could be a Windows tablet, it could be an Android tablet, it could be a Windows laptop, it could be an iPhone, it could be a vending machine. We are the only company that can bring together the combination of all the technologies for application delivery, mobile delivery, and identity management that brings this together. We're very excited about the innovation that we've been packing together. Now, inside this digital workspace, we've got some very important components that I want to highlight very quickly. The desktop capabilities are second to none now, where we're driving transformation for all kinds of ways in which VDI and app remoting can be done. And we'll talk more about that today because it's a key part to our launch. Mobile management, we're now the leader in that segment. And you'll see all of these technologies coming behind Horizon and AirWatch. Delivery of apps, we've now got a great portfolio of apps for productivity. And you'll see that also at work. But there's one component that much of the industry has not talked a lot about, and that's identity management. Identity management is like that golden key that lets you open any door without having to carry all those hundreds of keys that a janitor might possibly have to open up the doors of a castle. And when you can actually combine that with mobile, this, my friends, is the secret sauce we've been able to do. Because if you take this mobile device now has all the factors to allow you to do multi-factor authentication. Modern mobile devices let you have a fingerprint, potentially even a retina scan. So you would have to physically cut my thumb off and pluck my eye out to get a multi-factor authentication, and I dare you to do both. But the point of the matter is, irrespective of the way in which you think about this, mobile can transform identity where you don't have to have cumbersome tokens and so on and so forth. It can all be done seamlessly. So we took this in a very new way and innovated a cloud-based solution for identity management. And the engineers have done some phenomenal work. And for us, we actually don't believe identity as a service is a separate market to itself. It's going to become like spell check or your blood system that just flows into everything you do. For example, we've now embedded identity management in all of our management products at VMware. vRealize Suite, the tens of the thousand customers plus, will get access to identity management as part of their suite. vCloud Air has identity management. And the same way here, Horizon, AirWatch, identity management is just going to be part and parcel We think what we've engineered here is a game changer in the industry. Now, it brings together two core forces that we've been talking about the last two years. One is our Horizon desktop portfolio that is second to none. Whether it's in the cloud, whether it's in physical, or whether it's in virtual, we have now leapfrogged, and we believe we're the leader in this space, certainly the fastest growing in terms of, and maybe even the biggest in license bookings. But the big part of the innovation here is being able to create a unified platform that gives you rich experience, all the aspects of smart policies, real-time app delivery, and doing this in a modern hybrid infrastructure. This is unique in the industry. You combine that with AirWatch now, which is the leader in the mobile management by a country mile. We've been able to bring together not just device management. Device management is what people talked about 3-4 years ago, but application management, content management. We were one of the first to bring together mobile and identity management together in the last year, and we've progressed a lot since then. And we've also now brought together a set of containerized messaging applications that I think you're going to love. So this all is driven by innovation, innovation, innovation. When we can work closely with our customers and partners, we think some magical things are done. Let's talk a little bit about partners. Partners are super important to the VMware proposition and have been for 15 years. We are the only company that's working with Apple in their mobile partner program of significant size. And also, at the same time, working with Google and Android for Work and Samsung Knox, and also working strategically with Windows 10 and Microsoft. This is important. We're kind of like a Switzerland type of company at VMware that has to work with all three of the key device operating systems, and we do it better than none. The cloud applications, whether it's SAP, whether it's Oracle, whether it's Salesforce, whether it's Office 365, Concur, ServiceNow, Cisco WebEx, Box, Dropbox, we've built optimized integration to hundreds of these app partners. The security vendors. You will not find a vendor that has now been embraced by the leaders in security. Palo Alto Networks, Checkpoint, Intel Security, FireEye, a number of startups, and even some of the new cloud security vendors like SkyHigh and others. So we're excited about the partnership ecosystem embracing us. And today, we're taking this to a whole new level as we launch Workspace ONE, our coming together of Horizon and AirWatch and identity management into a unified solution that's second to none, and also Horizon 7. And to do that, I'm really, really fortunate to have introducing this Sumit Dhawan, who is our SVP of Desktop and Apps. Sumit joined us about 2 years ago, and he's a 16-year veteran of Citrix, but has been doing some incredible work here. Sumit, you've expanded your role now to take on the launch of Workspace ONE. I couldn't be more excited about what you're going to announce today. All the very best.
Thank you, Sanjay, and honored to be here, and great to be here in front of you. So, as Sanjay mentioned, we're announcing two major sets of innovation, Workspace ONE and Horizon. Let's dive in. Let's start with Workspace ONE. Sanjay talked about the digital workspace. Digital workspace starts with mobility. Now, mobile devices and mobile technologies have been something that we have been adopting rapidly over the course of last several years, and it started with several different technologies. Mobile device management, app management, content management. As Sanjay mentioned, we are the leaders in these technologies. Also, you all use virtualization for delivering your existing apps to mobile devices. It's a great way to start, and all of you that have already used these technologies, you're one step into your journey for digital workspace. But the reality is, if you zoom out and think about the market trends, there are three major trends in play here. In every industry, all of your environments. Firstly, convergence. Convergence of your mobile and desktop, especially in how they are going to be managed. Secondly, expansion of applications. Rapidly, all various types of applications are coming in, and they need to be now delivered to a range of devices because of consumerization. So, how are you going to do it? Today, if you look into your own environments, likely you have something that looks like this, a silo. A siloed for desktop and mobile, managed, operated differently. Silos for Windows apps and your identity system for all your cloud apps. Is that the practical approach and a platform for the future? Certainly not. This is what we are solving by integrating these key technologies so that our customers can get the flexibility. All of you need the flexibility and choice to be able to use any type of application and deliver to any device so that your users are productive and your enterprise is secure. Well, I'm pleased to announce this is what we have done with Workspace ONE. Workspace ONE, we have integrated the key technologies like Sanjay mentioned, the market-leading solutions for our desktop and app delivery, our identity solutions, and our mobile management solution into a single product and solution for you so that you can get the right degree of security for the enterprise and beautiful and consumer-like experience for your end users. So let's dive in. There are 4 major innovations at play here. First is a beautiful consumer-like self-service access experience. An enterprise app catalog that aggregates all types of applications into a single experience for users and optimizes it based on the device that the user is using. This means that you can build a single experience across your mobile apps, cloud apps, Windows apps, and deliver it to users anywhere. You'll get to see it in a bit. Second, devices. I talked about consumerization. You now, across your desktop and mobile portfolio, will have ability to choose, bring your own, choose your own, or corporate-owned devices. Doesn't matter what type of device program you implement, you get to serve your users with a consistent experience, the experience that they will love. Third, all of us need to work with others. We can't just do our work all by ourselves. And so, to do so, we need to collaborate, share via email, content, or chat. So to make it simple, as part of Workspace ONE, we're bringing 3 powerful set of applications that work together to deliver a beautiful experience to users. Mail, calendar, social, chat, and content, all working together. Again, you'll see it soon. And lastly, to secure it all, we have built in a set of policies and controls for IT so that you can have conditional access. You can determine what a user can and cannot access based on the scenario they're coming from. You even can go one step further where you can define what level of VPN access per application can get, or even per network level policies based on the scenario that user is coming from. All this is only possible because VMware delivers a complete stack, including the integrated solution in Workspace ONE working hand in hand with our software-defined data center technologies that is powering your data center and networks. So these are 4 major innovations. I'd like to invite a friend of mine, Rory, to come in, and then together we'll show it to you. Rory?
Cool. Thanks, Amit. Good to see you.
Good to see you. There you go.
Thanks. I'll take the clicker. Awesome.
So Rory, before you start, let me sort of mention, right? We all struggle with this. We come into work, we sort of get this mobile device, there are a bunch of different apps. Our experience looks something like this, where I'm struggling with tokens, and I'm struggling with server addresses, and I don't know how to configure a bunch of different apps. And guess what? That's not what I want. That's not what our customers want. That's not what their customers want.
Sure.
So we got to change that.
Absolutely. So this is what I want to show you guys today. We've cooked up a little scenario here to show maybe the onboarding of a new hire employee and what that experience looks like when we're using Workspace ONE and bringing all these technologies together.
Let's do it.
Okay. So good experience. What a lot of people do is, I can FedEx you an iPad to a remote location, take it out of the box, switch it on, and all of a sudden it's starting to automatically configure itself. So in the back end, we're hooking up Identity Manager, we're hooking up AirWatch, and we're able to configure this iPad automatically for you and giving you the right access to the right set of applications you've got on there as well. So in the back end, it looks really simple and it's like a few clicks through, but it's actually extremely complicated thing to do and something that's not particularly easy to do either. So you see here, I've done that, it's configured itself, and now in here I can fire up the Workspace ONE application, the thing that Sanjay and Sumit have been talking about here. This is the unified single catalog matched with a single identity that gives me access to all the stuff that I need to actually get my work done. So you see here, I've got the launcher, and I'm actually going into the catalog here. I've had some apps delivered as part of my enrollment, but also I'm going to install some other stuff that I want to use to actually get my day-to-day work done. So stuff like Box, OneDrive, Office 365, all those kind of...
All my apps are there.
All the apps that you need.
Awesome. What about those damn passwords?
So you don't need it. I mean, again, you've got a single sign-on, single identity. Because I've authenticated once as I enrolled, now that's happening on the device here, and I'll go into that in a bit more detail as well. So you can see I've got all the different apps there, my web apps, my native mobile apps, my Horizon-delivered apps, and I know you don't like this, Sumit, but I can also do this with Citrix apps as well.
All right, well, if customers want it, we'll do it.
Cool. So, so let's have a little look at these apps as well in action. So again, I've had some applications delivered down, and this is a first-time run experience. So I can go to something like DocuSign here, and you'll notice I'll just fly straight in. I'm logged in because I'm already on the Workspace ONE system. My identity's known, and I can get in and actually start getting work done. So I didn't have to put in any server configuration details. I didn't have to put in my specific password for DocuSign. All this kind of stuff that used to be like a call to the help desk or a pain is now
The
stuff
logging in is outdated. You don't need passwords.
That's right. Who needs passwords? And
What
you know-
happened to your tokens?
Well, exactly. You
Throw it
don't need those either. I mean, having tokens and passwords, you know, it was good for IT, but the user experience is horrible. So what we're doing now is actually bringing a really nice, delightful kind of user experience into this as well. So that's the single sign-on apps. Now, I know I've gone a bit fast through that, but I'll come back to that in a minute. But Sanjay talked about, you know, and you talked about new kind of messaging apps and communication. I'd like to show you some of those as well.
Let's do it.
So let's start with Boxer. So Boxer is one of the acquisitions that we've done here, and you'll see this is a really beautiful experience for the end user. You know, this is a really cool email client. I can go in here and I can do like nice swipe gestures for spam. If Sumit or Sanjay send me emails, this is the action that I customize for that.
Be careful.
Or we can go, I know. Or I can like them, Sumit. If you send me one that I like, I can actually do a swipe and I like. And we've actually got customizable actions palette as part of the client here. And it's just a really, really nice experience. And that's email, but what if I wanted to do, you know, something a bit more real time? You know, there's a lot of chat, enterprise chat's very pervasive in the enterprise now. So we've got social cast chat. So in here, I'm just going to fire up a quick private
type
room.
quickly.
I have typed very quickly in this one, actually, when I put this together. But
That'll be a full day of productivity if you can do it.
if I type that quickly normally, yeah, I could get you know, a proper day's work done. But yeah, so you can see I can just throw you a message in the private room there. And then finally, bringing it together with content, we've got Content Locker. So obviously you use Box, you use Google Drive, you use SharePoint, Office 365, OneDrive, but you've also got Windows file shares and stuff in there as well. So Content Locker brings all this together again with a single identity. So I've got access to all these different resources.
This is great. You know, what was really cool was in the Boxer application, those customized actions, but that was cool. All right,
Yeah.
keep going. Yeah.
Sure, no worries. And then just finally, I'm just delivering a 3D Horizon app to the iPad here. You see it's awesome experience. And this is, you know, bringing the existing kind of on-prem style infrastructure into this new system with Workspace ONE as well.
So that's great. You know, one thing that really intrigued me was this whole single sign-on and passwords and all that stuff. So tell me more about it.
Sure. Well, I'm just going to fire that up here on the iPad, and we'll go into a bit more detail just to kind of focus on this point. And you know, Sanjay mentioned it, you mentioned it, Sumit. You know, what we're announcing today is an industry first. You know, there's no other company that can do this kind of, you know, single sign-on, this kind of experience together. We've got patent-pending technology that we're announcing today. So we're the first company that's able to take a SaaS app or a native app, a mobile app, and establish a trust with the enterprise through Workspace ONE to deliver this really, you know, beautiful user experience, single sign-on, that's far more secure than passwords and tokens. But as a user experience, it's far nicer. It's just like single touch.
So it's a three-way trust that's established through this secure app token system technology.
Absolutely, yeah. So secure app token system is the technology that we're announcing today as part of that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, let's go to BYO.
Sure. So again, same experience on the iPhone. You know, I can go on here. I've got the Workspace ONE client. I can fire this up on here, and then because it's got Touch ID, I can use that as my method of authentication. So again, no passwords, just hit that. I'm single signed in, and again, I've got the enterprise launcher and the enterprise application catalog on there too. And the same apps that you saw delivered to the iPad have also been sent down to the iPhone as well. So something like Salesforce or Boxer, sorry, I can fire up. Again, you'll see I've had a few new emails come in since then, some stuff that I want to archive with a nice swipe gesture here. And also we've got some other applications that come down as well. So Salesforce has come down as part of this. And I'm going to fire that up just again to show you the single sign-in experience and show you what it looks like on this. See, Workspace authenticated me in there. And I just go in and get to work as normal on here.
That's awesome. Let's talk a little bit about the desktop. Windows 10, right? It's here. And we talked about convergence a bit between mobile and desktop.
Sure. So Windows 10 device, again, I can add this to my enterprise infrastructure, if I can say the words, and actually going through the normal Windows 10 enrollment flows here, just go through work access, put in my credentials, and I'm automatically joined into my enterprise. So again, in the background, this is Identity Manager, AirWatch plugged in together and being hooked up. But from the user experience perspective, it's really nice. I just do through the actual built-in flows. And you see on Windows 10 here, I can fire up the Workspace app, put in my PIN, again, better than a password, and get the same experience on here too. So I've got the same work applications there, got SaaS application stuff that's native to Windows as well, all available for me to use here.
Beautiful, beautiful. Rory, how about security? We just sort of want to make sure that people on desktop, especially, you're using Office a lot and making sure that you want that environment to be secure. So what are we doing about sort of Office document security on Windows 10?
Sure. So again, it's a good point. I mean, a lot of, the number one cause of kind of issues in IT with these sort of initiatives is data loss, and people kind of, it happens accidentally more often than kind of maliciously, so people accidentally leak data out. So I've got a nice little flow here just to kind of show you guys, this in action. So again, Windows 10 device that we've got enrolled in Workspace 1 here. You can see in my documents here that all these work documents are actually encrypted to my organization. So I'm defining them as work documents, Office documents for work, and the applications they can use as well. So Word here is actually a managed application that I'm allowing the user to access these documents in. So I'm just going to quickly save this file off to the desktop, and I'm going to come back to that in a minute. But I'm so excited about what we're talking about today. I'm actually going to take some of this content from the corporate content here, and I'm going to tweet it out, I think. So let me just go to the right section of the document here and select some text. I'm going to open up my Twitter application. I want you to pay attention here too. So let me copy this text, and I'll go to the Start button here, and you'll see the applications that are managed have got a little badge next to them. And that's basically to say they're secure. You'll notice Twitter didn't have anything there. So that's an unsecure, unmanaged application. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to do a new tweet, and I'm going to try and paste this company-sensitive information in here. And you see I get a nice error messages saying, that's encrypted data.
Great,
you can't do it there.
Great, security in the data.
So again, I may not have known that, but again, at a corporate level, IT administrators can set this all through the really powerful AirWatch controls that we've got in there now as well. And just to finish off, the same thing, if I want to take that document and open it in Notepad, it's not authorized as an application, and I get an access denied.
That's amazing, amazing. Great job, Rory. Great to see the security. Now, great job. I wanted you to do the demo, and thank you for doing it, but clearly your job's over. So I got to get rid of all that corporate data and applications from that device. So let me go search into our system, search for all of devices owned by Rory, and with one button, I got to get rid of all the corporate data and applications from it. Right?
I'm leaving the company. Yeah.
So Rory, you're a leaver, and we're going to get rid of all the stuff from your devices.
So, you used me.
All right, Rory, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Cheers, thanks.
All right, so that was Workspace 1. I am absolutely sure you will love it. Great experience and security. Now, there are major innovations at work here. First in the market, mobile SSO with their secure app token technology. A single access experience across any app. Conditional access in DLP, and a set of apps that deliver the right degree of security and the right degree of collaboration that users want, all in a single solution. Now, we love it at VMware. To an extent, our IT team has adopted it, and just with the help of 3 to 5 mobile engineers have built great set of mobile apps. Mobile apps that let you search anyone or any conference room. Yes, Harry Potter is a conference room in VMware. Set of applications that connect to multiple back-end systems for procurements, for approvals across expenses, all in one single mobile app, and employee finders, looking at the org charts, etc. All these applications were developed very rapidly without having detailed knowledge of systems to connect into the networks or directories or authentication, all because they were delivered via Workspace 1. This is the power that you can enable, truly enabling a mobile workspace for your users. Now, one feedback we got from our customers was they love this platform, but they want to see it delivered in a modular fashion. And that's what we have done. We made it easy so that you can have a single platform, Workspace 1, but with Standard Edition, it gives you the power, capabilities, and everything that you need to serve your BYO users. If you have users that are coming in with mobile devices and need to get access to mobile and cloud apps with the patent-pending mobile SSO technology, you've got it, along with all those key apps that we talked about in Standard Edition. Advanced Edition lets you build a unified endpoint management strategy so that you can have both corporate-owned and BYO users all managed using one system for all of the endpoints. Also, it adds the DLP solution that we just talked about for your Office documents on the desktops. And lastly, if you want virtual apps and desktops technology with Horizon, Enterprise Edition lets you do that, which becomes an easy access to all of our existing Workspace Suite customers. Solution coming to you in the next few weeks, this quarter, starting at $8 per user per month. Workspace ONE. Let's dive into our second set of announcements for Horizon. Now, VMware about 10 years ago pioneered VDI. And over the course of last 2 years, we have rapidly innovated on two major platforms, Horizon 6, our on-premise solution for virtual desktops and apps, and Horizon Air, our cloud service. We have, over the course of last 2 years, several hundred customers using our cloud service on a global fashion, and we have learned a lot from it as to how to operate a large-scale environment at lowest cost and highest possible scalability. And based on that, we are unveiling new products for both our Horizon 6 innovations to Horizon 7 and new capabilities as part of our Horizon Air service. Let's start with Horizon 7. Horizon 7 brings 4 major technology innovations that I'm going to talk about, among several other features that the platform will bring to you. Let's go into each one. Just-in-time delivery. Earlier, we introduced a project called Project Fargo. It had tremendous positive feedback from all of you. Here's how it works. It starts with you creating a single base image in what we call live template. When the users log in, they get their own personalized desktops, instantly cloned with their own set of applications and settings delivered to them. End users get a fully customized and personalized desktop experience just in time. And you, in IT, don't have to manage all of those clones. We talked about it as Project Fargo, and in Horizon 7, this technology is coming in as generally available solution. Now, this technology fundamentally changes how you manage all of your users' desktops. You're just managing a single base image, and gone are the days for outdated provisioning technologies. As part of this just-in-time delivery is our solution for delivering apps. Last year, we brought app volumes to market. The feedback from all of you has been extremely positive. It's been one of the fastest growing technology solutions for VMware. App volumes defined how layering has to be done and has to be done right. In App Volumes 3.0, which we announced last week, we took it even a step further. We took it so that rather than managing layers, now you can manage the lifecycle at a per application level using our patent-pending app toggle technology. You still get the benefits of layering, but now you can control it at a per app level. And we have scaled the technology at global scale and helped you manage your applications and user environments, all using a single integrated platform and console. This technology is now also part of Horizon 7, working hand in hand with a just-in-time delivery solution. Third, end user experience. When you think about the mobile cloud solutions, you think about how people can bring in any device to connect to their desktop. Now, we got our inspiration from Netflix. We all know Netflix, you can bring in sometimes $25, $30 devices and get access to beautiful videos all over the globe over all types of public networks. Why can't you do that with our solution was the fundamental question we asked. And what I'm proud of is our team of great engineers innovated a brand new technology that we call Blast Extreme. The reason it's called Extreme is because it's extreme in terms of how it offloads GPU and handles extreme workload. It handles extreme network access, where you can have significant packet loss over public network and still deliver beautiful performance. And it's targeted to have great experience even for extremely low-cost devices because we are leveraging H.264 standards-based codecs. Blast Extreme, along with PC over IP, will both be available for our Horizon 7 customers, and look for a wide ecosystem of devices that will be supporting this solution shortly. And fourth is smart policies. When your users are accessing their virtual desktops and apps from different scenarios, you want control. Maybe someone coming in from a public network needs to have access to fewer things. No USB, no clipboard. But if you're coming in from a connected network, you may want to give them access to more capabilities. Now, with Horizon 7, you've got all of those controls built into the solution. We're extremely proud of this product. Many, many capabilities and major game-changing innovations. The product is completely and seamlessly upgradable for all of our Horizon 6 customers. And these innovations are absolutely game-changing. You'll love it. Let's hear from some of the customers who've been using our latest technologies.
The challenge hit us real hard probably 2 years ago when we're running in Citrix and we deployed to Google Apps. We saw how Chrome performed very poorly in those environments. That was a real wake-up call to say, if we're going to truly run this as an enterprise, we need to come up with a better solution than Citrix. Our play was to license VMware Horizon to take advantage of desktop as a service through the cloud and on-prem as well. Our experience with App Volume has been very solid. In fact, I didn't quite believe the demo when I saw it, but we've been able to deploy a number of apps in like minutes with this thing, so it's been phenomenal.
As an oilfield services organization, we have the majority of our users in the field supporting oil rigs and supporting drilling activity throughout the country. So those users are not sitting in a traditional office space, and they're not always on a traditional PC. They have a mobile device or they have even a supplier PC, and they need to be able to access our resources. We chose to use VMware over some of the other competitors in the market because VMware had been around for years and we trust that organization. Horizon Air, vCloud Air, and AirWatch, all being hosted solutions, gave us flexibility we needed for our organization. VMware products have allowed us to be prepared for the future.
That's great. We heard about innovations in app volumes serving our customers and our Horizon Air service. Let's talk more about Horizon Air. Now, let me start with first introducing what we are bringing to market. It's called the new mode, hybrid mode. Same service that we've always had, which delivers desktop and apps from the cloud, now gives you the ability to have hybridity in your environment so that you can keep some parts of your virtual desktops and apps on-premise and others in the cloud. So let's go to fundamentals. Many of you are still getting yourself familiar with how desktop as a service works. And what we offer is absolutely unique with Horizon Air. The way Horizon Air works is that it has a control plane, which is a fully multi-tenant as you would expect for a global cloud service. And then it's able to create full separation of each tenant's infrastructure so that we can comply with Microsoft licensing as well as the required security that our enterprises demand. That's a fundamental unique service that we operate today at a global scale. Now, that's absolutely amazing when our customers can move their applications and desktops to the cloud, and many, as you heard from the customers in the video, have. But in case you're worried about security or performance of some of your applications, now with the new hybrid mode that we're introducing, you can bring your own infrastructure. All you have to do is bring your converged or hyper-converged infrastructure, connect it to the same cloud-based control plane, and voila, you've got your virtual desktops and apps. You configure all the settings and configuration as part of our cloud service and keep your desktops and apps in your premise. This means that you get all the innovations because of just-in-time delivery, app volumes, and stuff I talked about in Horizon 7 instantly delivered to you. You don't have to configure anything. Simple, out-of-the-box setup. When you're scaling, because of these technologies, you can scale up rapidly. And you get flexibility to go hybrid. When you want to move some of your users to public cloud, it's quick because all of your settings and configurations are already in the control plane in the cloud. And guess what? Every now and then, you get those new features easily available to you. No upgrades on your part needed. I I'm lucky and fortunate to be driving a Tesla. And every now and then, I come to my car in the morning, and it's like Christmas Day morning. You come in, and it tells me all these new updates are available to me. Let me tell you, before I drive to work, I definitely make sure I read them all and enjoy them. That's the experience that we have built as part of this service for you, so that you can get richness of new capabilities without having to go through complex upgrades. And it's simple, easy, and only $16 per user per month. Now, for all the customers that are already using Horizon 6 or are looking to adopt Horizon 7, we've made it even simpler. For you, if you are in the maintenance, active maintenance, you can get to experience this service for full year for less than $1 per user per month. This, to me, is an absolute no-brainer. I highly encourage each of you to try the service and make your own decision as to how you want to build your next generation infrastructure for virtual desktops and apps. So, in summary, Sanjay started out by showing our innovation train. Innovation train over the course of last 2 years. We are not done. We are continuing that innovation train, and I'm very, very, very excited to bring out these new products. Workspace ONE is an absolute game changer for defining your digital workspace. Integrates the key technologies for identity, mobile, and Horizon. And new Horizon solutions take the virtual desktop and application infrastructure to the next level. I'm sure you're going to love these. I'm honored to be working with a great team who has built these solutions, and I know you'll enjoy it. Thank you, and have a great day.